This is Torres del Paine National Park in Chile, and for the next 2 weeks I'm going to be living out of this camper van, looking for pumas and other wildlife to photograph, and I'm also just interested in trialling out van life and seeing what it's like.
When I was researching how to visit Torres del Paine as affordable as possible, I was surprised to discover that hiring this van was actually the cheapest option. So join me as I search for wildlife to photograph.
So today we're on Isla Magdalena and we're looking for penguins, specifically the Magellanic or the Magellanico penguins. We're on a group trip, so we're only allowed here for an hour, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to get image-wise, but it's still amazing to be on a penguin island again.
These penguins come to land to raise their chicks. They were absolutely adorable, wandering around the island. It was a shame we only had an hour to visit, but I think I managed to get some nice shots.
They're currently going through the summer molt for the adults, and the young ones are losing their down feathers, so they just look really, really scruffy. It's quite funny. It's quite cute, but they do look a mess.
One of the best things about living in a van is waking up to incredible places. Your view changes every day. Last night we camped in this amazing spot just off the road. Mountains, wildflowers, and wind, as you can hear. Something we learned very quickly about van life in Patagonia is how extreme the wind can be. There are even stories of camper vans being tipped over by the wind. The wildlife in Torres del Paine National Park is surprisingly relaxed around people. Most animals ignore you completely, which is perfect for photography. But keeping the camera steady in the wind, that was a challenge. We've just had some sandwiches and some lunch. We've cleaned up the van, and today we're going to explore a glacier and a waterfall.
Saw the birds in the clover. They were tired of this life.
My goal for visiting Torres del Paine was to photograph pumas. After spending 5 days with a puma guide, I thought maybe we could try finding them on our own. But it turns out it's pretty much impossible without a guide. Still, it was amazing to focus on other wildlife, photographing the guanacos, and visiting waterfalls, and watching the icebergs drift by.
It was all easy.
This video is sponsored by Outdoor Photography Guide, an incredible resource for anyone passionate about photographing the natural world. Whether you're just starting out or looking to improve your skills, Outdoor Photography Guide has everything you need to become a better outdoor photographer. Their video library covers everything from wildlife and landscape photography, macro and drone photography, and so much more. The lessons are taught by friendly and experienced instructors who take you through each technique technique step by step, and new tutorials are added all the time, so there's always something new to learn. You'll also get access to live events where you can connect with like-minded photographers and ask questions. I've been diving into the editing tutorials because there's always something new to learn with editing. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a full year of premium membership to Outdoor Photography Guide for just $1.49. This is for new members only, so check it out. For almost 2 weeks, we have rented this camper van. When I was researching into how to visit Torres del Paine, I realized that hotels are extremely expensive within the park. They range from $300 to $500 a night. And then with rental car and hotel food, etc., it ended up looking really expensive, and the cheapest option ended up being hiring a camper van because we could do our accommodation, our food, and our rental car in one, and it ended up being the best option. This is the inside of the van. As soon as you enter, there is a shower room, and we have hot water, so we can have hot showers. There's a toilet and a sink. And here we have our kitchen. We have a hob, an oven, a sink. Here we have gas for the hob and oven. And then up here we have our dry food, and then this is our dining area where we eat. We have some nice lovely windows. Look at the nice view. This is where we have Juan's clothes, my clothes, and here we have random other stuff. We also have storage underneath the benches. This is our fridge. I have to be really careful when opening it because things might just fall out. No, we seem to be good. The most important thing is that we lock it because I've opened the fridge 3 times and our leftover food has basically spilled across the floor, and that's quite annoying. In this cupboard we have our utensils, our cooking stuff. This is our bed, and surprisingly we do have a large double bed. During the night it drops between 2 and maybe 6 Celsius. So it does get really cold in the van, but we are toasty in bed. And I leave my camera here whilst we travel, and I just basically secure it sort of, and it doesn't move. If I click on this, it shows our battery levels. This shows our fresh water. This shows how much black water we have, or our toilet water. So apparently that's full, so we need to empty that at some point. And this is the solar panel on the top of the car, and it charges our batteries and the lights within the car. The car is like caked in mud. Let's go. I'm about to do something I don't want to do, but I feel it's important to do it. So we just left this junction and we were driving pretty slowly, and there was an incredible eagle feeding on a roadkill mountain hare, and I'm going to move the mountain hare. A couple of years ago, Juan and I were driving in Wales and we saw a roadkill fox, and literally about 5-10 meters ahead of it was a juvenile white-tailed eagle that had also been hit because it was feeding on the fox. So I'm going to move this hare because if not the eagle, maybe a fox will feed on it during the night, and moving it could just save another life. I don't want to handle a dead mountain hare, but it might save another life. So this is literally what I said could happen yesterday. Mountain hare is there and a caracara has been hit by a car. That was the initial roadkill. Because it was feeding on that, it got hit by a car. And that could have been avoided if someone moved it off the road. Over the next few days, we were lucky to spot some incredible wildlife, including this armadillo trying to cross the road, majestic condors, and even Chilean flamingos. So after spending nearly 2 weeks living in a van, would I do it again?
It has been a bit tricky to drive around here and stay at night. I think in the past it would have been easier, but there are literally only 2 locations where you can sleep overnight in a camper van within the national park. And both of those are quite scruffy parking lots in front of visitor stations. When I rented the camper van, I thought we could literally stay overnight in places like this, and you can't. So that was a bit disappointing, but it has been incredible to have this on our doorstep, and I definitely think it was worthwhile getting the camper van, especially for the puma tracking, because it did mean we could stay here and not have to drive an hour from the local town. I would like to try van life in a different location, maybe Mexico, where it's warmer and we don't have to deal with the car being extremely cold in the morning and having lots of condensation. As a photographer, seeing my lens with condensation every morning was a bit sad, but I think that's about it from us. Do watch the puma video because we had some absolutely incredible experiences watching these pumas in the wild in this lovely place. There's a car coming and it's literally taken like an hour just to film this because of cars, but please do watch the puma video. We had some incredible experiences watching pumas in the wild in Patagonia. There's a car, I'm gonna end this, goodbye.